I'm Barry Wicker. I'm the operations manager for the Roanoke Island Maritime Museum, and welcome to our boat show. We have exhibitors from kind of regional, I guess you would say. We have some local boat builders here today and every year, and we have boat builders all the way western part of North Carolina, eastern parts of Virginia, and we have a few boats that usually come from out of town. So it's a great show. It's a good place to come bring the family out on a late October day. Just talk to the boat builders, look at the boats, and have a great time.
The entire deck was, the deck framing was in place, the decking was replaced, the tabernacle which holds the mast was replaced, a lot of trim. Anyway, there she goes. She was featured in Wooden Boat magazine, which is a real hoot. That doesn't happen often.
Our show features wooden boats. Wooden boat building was a booming business here, and still is a booming business in Dare County. But it's always been a big part of both Manteo, Roanoke Island, and Dare County. Some are built by the exhibitors. Some have been restored by the exhibitors.
My name is Agbadis, and the name of my boat is Purdy, which is 3 letters of my wife's last name and 3 letters of my last name. The boat is a blue jacket, 25.5 feet long cabin cruiser, designed by Tom Lathrop and Oriental. So I bought the plans and pile of plywood, and in 4 years' time, built it.
So the Roanoke Island Maritime Museum has always been a boat building shop. Boats were built here almost forever. During World War II, boats were built here, some pilot pickup boats, even the Elizabeth II, which is on display over at Roanoke Island Festival Park, was built here at the Maritime Museum and launched right here behind us. So one of the cool things about our show is we have boats anywhere from 8 foot to 43 foot. This year we have a 43-foot power boat. We have all different levels of craftsmanship. We have some new builders, and we have people who looks almost professional built, perfectly varnished, fine fit type of boats.
So this boat was built in 2018, and it's built with the same materials and the same quality of workmanship, but with modern accessories and power, and it doesn't leak, and it's fun to just jump in, take a ride, and wash and put away. So I've been into the old ones for a long time, and I just always thought it might make sense to have a new boat that had the old flavor and the fun and the attraction. So it's puzzled a lot of people, I think, when we're at a wooden boat show and here's a new wooden boat. But it's a Hacklecraft, 28 feet long. It's dry, it's safe, and it runs almost 60. So it's a performance boat as well. Barry's done an incredible job here in bringing people in, but I've had a great time today. I guess maybe 4 or 5 times I've brought various boats I have and put in the show, but today the people, maybe the weather's helping us, maybe the word's gotten out more, but it's been just an absolute amazing bunch of people from all over. I mean, people, just a moment ago, those folks are from Pennsylvania. I've met people from all over the East Coast and even Seattle earlier this morning. So it's a great thing for Manteo, for our community, and maybe it'll help people understand what goes on here and be more of a supporter going forward.
Yeah, a lot of our boat builders really have a passion for doing this. Some of our boat builders actually restore a new boat every year they come. They do everything from, they'll take an old boat that may be sitting in someone's backyard, they'll take it, tear it apart, rebuild it from the ground up. They'll also take and rebuild the engines, just like you would if you had a sports car or a hot rod type of deal, and they bring everything right back to life.
I first started with a little nutshell pram, and we had a group and we raced them every Friday. Then we kind of wanted the boat for kind of cruising, and I looked at different designs. First I wanted to start with something 30 feet and longer, but during that time the gas price started to go up and up and up and not down, and Also figured out something trailerable opens up more possibilities. Also, we lived on a creek off the Potomac River, and to get from the creek into the river was very shallow, so it needed to be a shallow draft boat. And also I didn't like planing boats where you go faster than 5 miles an hour and the bow comes up, and this with the bottom design does not do that. It stays fairly level throughout the entire speed range, so you can almost cruise at any speed.
The Wooden Boat Show is actually our last event of the season. We start off the season every year with our youth sailing program. And a lot of the boats that we use in our youth sailing program are wooden prams that were actually built here at the Maritime Museum by volunteers 20 years ago. And the boats are still sailing. Kids are learning how to sail. We have probably 100 kids a year come out here to learn to sail, which gives them a chance to get out on the water, learn new skills, learn self-reliance. One thing that's kind of cool about boating and sailing is most people are in the boats by themselves, so they're reliant on they have to rely on themselves and not necessarily on a coach that's there full time. And that's just one of the great things about helping kids learn to get out on the water. And that's something we do really great here, is get kids out on the water. Yeah, information about our events or the museum in more detail can be found at townofmanteo.com.